This is going to be the best toxic dating advice you will ever hear. That's right, toxic dating advice. Why? Because I was inspired by a video I saw from a stripper and dominatrix. And she revealed how she manipulates men and gets men to basically do what she wants. And I'm thinking, well, it's about time a man does on from a man's perspective on how to get women to become obsessed with you, fall in love with you, and just think about you all the time. But be careful because this is dark psychology. All right. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping videos every week. Okay. Like I said, this woman was a stripper that I saw on YouTube and a dominatrix and sharing these tips. And in this video, I'm going to reveal 12 tips on how to win more women over, how women will start to become obsessed with you, fall in love with you, and you might even break their heart with some of these things. But use this sparingly. This is dark psychology stuff from a man's perspective, and in my perspective, from my experience. I was married for 20 years and I've been single now for 4 years. I've been on hundreds of first dates. I've practiced, I've tested, I've tried, and I know all about this stuff. And again, use these things just for your own knowledge and don't use it for evil and manipulation like the stripper and dominatrix done. But I'm going to just share these 12 toxic things that you can apply or at least be aware of that will help you in your dating game, and especially with women becoming more obsessed over you. Okay, number one is to not give a fuck about her. Yep. Do not give a fuck, right? Stop giving her the power that she does not have. Women only have one thing of power: one, sex. That's it. They have no power over you. You are the leader. You are the provider. You are the one elevating her lifestyle. She is not elevating your lifestyle in any way. It costs a lot of money to date women. You spend money on them, the trips, the food, everything. You think about it, helping them with their bills, maybe. Uh, Even in a marriage, most men are the providers, and they're providing. They're providing the leadership. They're providing the financial support. They elevate a woman's lifestyle. Women want their lifestyle elevated, okay? And in return, they give you sex. That's the only power she has. So when you stop giving a fuck, she has no power over you, okay? So that's number one. And women are drawn to men that don't give a fuck. So that's number one. Number two, good segue. Don't ever get emotionally attached. Okay. You give her your time, you give her your attention, but she is replaceable. And remember that. You do not need her in your life. And as soon as you fuck up, depending on what the fuck up is, she's going to remove herself emotionally. And I know all about this. And this is what happens: women start to weaponize sex when they check out of a relationship. And that's a way of them punishing you, taking back the power. And that's why you need to always have women on probation. What do I mean by this? That you go along with the motions, right? You're not emotionally invested, you're not emotionally attached. And because if you fuck up and she starts weaponizing sex, you need to realize, wait, she's starting to check out. And then you just replace her. That's it. Simple as that. Okay. Sounds toxic, but it is what it is. This is the reality of dating. And that's why I started this YouTube channel, because I want to get straight up, no bullshit, and talk about reality stuff. That's number two. Number three is being willing to walk away. You know, similar to what I mentioned before. If you don't give a fuck, you're not emotionally attached. And as soon as she acts up in a big way or whatever, doesn't matter. If she is act bad behavior, okay, if she's got bad behavior, you need to be able to walk away. And again, the bad behavior where it starts to creep in is maybe she's taking you for granted and she's starting to weaponize sex. She's starting to reject you, your affection, sex. When she starts to do that, be willing to walk away. And most women, over time, that's exactly what they do. Okay. Number four is Pretend you have options. Even if you're desperate and even if you don't have options, here's a great example. If I get hit up, if let's say it's Saturday morning, and I get hit up by a girl that I've been texting, and I tried to ask her what she's up to earlier in the week to try and book something, and she's kind of flaky, and then she hits me up Saturday and she wants to meet me on Saturday. You're the backup plan. That's why she's hitting you up last minute on a weekend evening. You're the backup. Her plans fell through. So this is what you do. You say, "Oh, I already have plans, but why don't we meet on Sunday or, for happy hour on Monday?" Even though you have no plans, you do not ever accept her invitation last minute on a weekend evening, okay? Unless there's only one exception, is because it's a booty call situation. She just wants to get with you and have sex. That's different. So you could right, but in general, if it's to go out for dinner or go out and do something, then do not take that invitation because you need to pretend you have options and that's attractive to women. And here, the next three things are probably the most toxic, okay? But they are they are. Not necessarily toxic. I'm being a little dramatic, but all right. Number 5 is go for women that are less attractive than you. Okay. Now, I don't know what you look like, but if you go for women that are less attractive to you, they will desire you more. Women, women know their level, right? And if she's less attractive to you, she's going to think she's not good enough. And that is one thing that I apply in my dating, not all the time, but in general, I tend to go for women that are not nines and tens. Okay. I don't really believe a woman's a 10, but in general, I go for women that are six, sevens, and maybe eights because they treat me better and they appreciate me more. So that's number 5 is go for women that are less attractive to you. Number 6, go for desperate women. Not that I'm really into this, but I'm just sharing it. So, for example, if that woman needs money, they're a baby mama, they're lonely, they're new to the city. This is what I mean. Maybe they're not desperate, but if they're desperate, then they're going to make a lot of concessions for you because you're filling a need that they have. All right. Number 7, you can go for insecure women. Insecure women, what if they have scars from a burn accident? If they have bad acne, they have one boob bigger than the other boob and they're insecure about that. They've gained a lot of weight and now they're insecure about their weight gain, or they've got a lot of stretch marks. This is what I mean. If they're insecure, again, they're going to think they're not worthy to have you, especially if you're successful, you're an attractive man, whatever. But that could be a good thing for you because that means she's going to idolize you. She's going to put you on a pedestal and she's going to desire you more than other men. All right. Number 8 is the push pull technique. Okay. You reward good behavior, you take away when that's bad behavior. So, what do I mean by that? Well, you take away from with your time. Maybe you take away from money. Maybe but the biggest thing you take away from is you're not going to text her as much. You're not going to see her as much because she is acting, she's got this bad behavior. She's rejecting you. She's doing something and you're like, what the heck? So you just pull away. And again, like I said, you reward good behavior and you pull away when it's bad behavior. So that's the push and pull technique. Number 9 is you never change plans for a woman. So you've had plans already set on Friday night with your buddies. You're planning to go to a movie. You're doing this or doing that. Do not ever change those plans for a woman. You tell her, hey, I've got these plans. And she says, oh, that sucks, but I really want to see you. An exception could say, okay, do you want to meet me afterwards? Basically for a booty call. Okay. So you can do that, but do not change your plans because she's not going to respect you when you do that. Number 10 is never accept a last minute date. And I told you about this earlier as you're the backup plan. Okay. Number 11 is prioritize burning desire over looks. So what do I mean by this? Well, back to those other things I mentioned about maybe she's less attractive, maybe she's desperate, maybe she's insecure. Well, if she's any of those 3 things, there's a higher chance that she's going to have burning desire for you, one of the ways you can tell if she's got burning desire is how fast she responds to your texts. Or maybe you're the one who hits her up last minute to get together for a booty call, and she is there on demand. Doesn't matter. She's not a pillow princess. She will please you, like she likes to give and receive. So you can identify this burning desire with various behaviors, okay? And number 12 is you can test her commitment. So what do I mean by this? I am very straight up with women. First date, second date, they're like, "Oh, would you like children?" Nope. They look at me, "Oh, so you're not interested?" And I date a lot of young women. Most of the women I date are under 35. And they will ask me, "Do you want to have children?" And I say, "Nope." And I don't want to be 51 years old, 52, whatever, changing diapers. And they're like, "Oh, would you get married again?" Sometimes I say, "Nope, I did that once, not again." I just test sometimes just to see the reaction. And I know you might be thinking, "Oh man, it sounds like a bunch of games." Everything's a game, guys. They're doing it to you, so you might as well do it back and see what they say. And I test shit all the time because I don't give a fuck. Back to my first thing, I don't care. So first date, second date, and I say, "No, no kids. Maybe I might be open to marriage. I don't know, but we'll have to see." It's basically my way or the highway, and their interest level in me goes up. It's crazy, man. Their interest goes up because I don't give a fuck. So, but I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What else would you add to this list that you would consider toxic that actually works in dating? Okay. And like I said, there's a lot of these women going to TikTok and YouTube talking about how to manipulate men. So tell me in the comments and for other readers as well, what are some of the things that you do to have women more obsessed over you and have burning desire? All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.